Good morning, retail traders. I'm Washboardjim with a sneaky snake trading strategy where I talk about chart patterns, moving averages, and being in the now. And today we're going to talk about this coming week's earnings. We've got a couple good important earnings coming out, and I think we need to pay a little bit more special attention to a few more stocks that are on that list. So Wednesday looks like a pretty big day when it comes to earnings, and then there'll be a couple in between that'll be good to watch. Now, I like to keep a good eye on earnings. We could have us like a little consolidation day for a couple of days, and then a breakout, and then a pullback by the end of the week is what I'm thinking. But we're going to go ahead and go through the watch list that I created off of this here watch list. Now, I've gone through here and I picked out my favorite stocks, the ones that I watch every day over and over and over again. So I'm real familiar with these trades, and I know what I'm looking for. Whoops, let me do one thing here. So this is my watch list for this coming week with the earnings on it. We've got NVDA, NIO, Walmart, Snow, TJ Maxx, Gap, Target, ZIM, Lowe's, PANW, Palo, Intel, FUTU, China, John Deere, and Jack. So let's go ahead and start with the top of the list. This is NVIDIA. Now NVIDIA having great earnings. I mean, billions and billions and billions of dollars. So we got a new president. His name's Donald J. Trump. And I'm very excited about the next 4 years, what he's going to bring to America. What I've seen in the past 4 has been disgusting. Literally disgusting. So I'm looking forward to the next 4 years. Now, Wall Street is not under full approval of Trump being president, although they know what he did the last time he was in, which wasn't too bad of a job. Actually, he had a pretty good run in the market. We had a great economy. And now Wall Street's confused. They want the liberals in there, and we've got a war going on. We've got high recession. We got open borders. Makes no sense. None of that makes any sense. Why Wall Street wants to keep the liberals in charge of Wall Street. It does make sense because they print all that money. I think Biden printed about $13 trillion that's unpaid for under his watch in 4 years. Obama printed 11. He put us 11 trillion in debt in 8 years. So Biden beat him in 4, plus spent more money. Redistribution of wealth. So the economy's not in that great a shape right now, and I think the market's a little bit overbought on greed. We're at the highest greed point right now on the map. I mean, it's way overextended. And we did have a nice little sharp pullback here last Friday, here on NVIDIA. Just a big old drop all the way back to support almost. This is the 1 hour time frame. So I'm going to pull this up on the weekly, just get a little look at it and show you what kind of run this stock's had. All the way from 1088, this is after the split, to 149 to almost to $150. Now, CNBC, you listen to them, their market cap is way overvalued. That's why they called this pullback earlier, because the market cap after the split was way overvalued, $3 trillion. They didn't like that. Well, we're over $3 trillion now. Why ain't they whining and complaining about it? Because they're rigging this economy. They're rigging it. So, NVIDIA, I mean, it's a great stock. It's my number 1 pick right now. And I'll keep trading any knife or any dip on this. And we did have a nice little pullback on this Friday. So we've got a trend line here, an underlying trend line. And we have a breakout of a symmetrical flag. So I'm going to put the trend line on this thing, show you how I'm going to chart this baby up on the weekly time frame. I'm going to take the wick and run it up with the wick of that, because it's on the weekly. And then there's your flag that we had the breakout, pennant flag, and she broke out to the upside. So this thing could still hold the 9 and be bullish, scalp it up off the 9 on the weekly. And I'm going to go ahead and put a support level on this top of this candle right here. And I'm going to type in weekly candle. Then I'll know what time frame I'll just type in weekly. I'll understand what that means. So that's your weekly support. Strong support right there if it does decide to pull back and right around 133. And the next support is going to be right here on the top of this wick. And that's where we pulled back to Friday. Let me extend this. Set the default. So that's your solid support, 140.63. If we hold that, we stay bullish. If not, she'll drop down and hit this 9. And I'm going to put a little price line right on that 9. That's the 9 EMA at 135. And that's where I'll set my other alert just in case it doesn't hit it. I'll set it above it at 136.35. Notice I'm just using the weekly. Now I'm going to go to the yearly. NVIDIA is one of my number one picks. And oh, I got BABA on here too. I got a swing on BABA. So this is perfect. This could go up just a little. No, it's perfect. That alert's perfect that I have on here right off that candlestick. So yeah, we're at the 21. The 21 has to hold here to be bullish, to stay bullish. And we got earnings on Wednesday after hours. So I think we could, if we have one more pullback, I'd probably jump in this trade a little bit more than I would if I got started to take this trade off the 21 EMA. Now that's on the daily. It's the 21 EMA and the 9. And then we got the 63 down here. So that's still a solid support at 133.50. Be a double bottom, triple bottom. And then you got this trend line. I'm taking it on the body. These are daily candles. So yeah, this channel right down in here is real solid. If it does decide to pull on back and have a nasty week, and I'll be taking this trade off the 63 and running it back up to the upside for a long swing. Right now I'm just in scalping mode right now. So let's see if we hold the 21. That 140.63 keeps it bullish. If not, we're going to jump on down to 136.35 area. Somewhere in this, between these $3, between 133 and 136. Nile's had a good pullback. Now this stock ran because of the China stimulus package. People got a little bit crazy on this stock. I say nope, don't be doing it. It's China. You got to be careful with China. At least until Trump is back in office. And then China will start running good again because we're going to bring peace to the world and we're going to get along with these countries. So we're going to stop the genocide, and that'll be a lot better for the economy in the next 4 years. So we got a two-headed snake down here right now. And this is on NIO. So I'm going to set me a little alert. Well, I don't know. When's NIO coming out? Where's my little... NIO's coming out on Wednesday. They don't tell you if you're coming out Oh, it does tell you. Shit. Never mind. Let me get back there again. Before open, the bell. So if you're going to be in this trade, you need to be in here on Tuesday if you're going to take that call. Well, I don't know. We could start bouncing back up and come up and hit the 9 and find some resistance around that 9 EMA. And if that breaks, you got the 200. If that breaks, we'll run it all the way back up here to the 200 EMA for inverse head, for a head and shoulders, right around 560. Would be a good spot if the earnings come out good. Now, they're getting better and better. Earnings are over there, but they're still in a deep recession. China is. Nothing's got better over there. Just this stimulus package they put out, and that's about it. So that's NIO. I'm going to keep it on watch. I'm not really that much of a... If I scalp it, it would be a couple hundred shares, 500 shares at the most. Walmart again's had a great run, 49.85 all the way up. It's up 100% almost. Same thing here. If it pulls back and hits the 21 EMA on the daily, I might go ahead and run it on up here to the head and shoulders, right around $85. With a solid buy right down here at 83.18 to hold. If that doesn't hold, then we'll drop it on down to a double bottom down here of this head and shoulders off the 63 EMA. Walmart earnings coming out when? Where's Walmart tonight? Market Tuesday, so this will be a Monday trade. Earnings will come out Tuesday morning. So we got to watch Monday how Walmart's acting. If we get a big knife on it, we might want to go in small. We got Christmas coming up. Things are still tough. Walmart's done well with sales. So there we go with that one. I'm going to be watching that one real close. Snow, earnings coming out on it. Earnings on Snow will be on Wednesday after market. Snow hit the resistance at the 200, so it did kind of bounce up and hit that resistance level on a good volume spike. I like this trade right now. As long as you stay above the 9, we're still bullish. So let's bring this to the hour time frame. And strong buy right around 120. This is going to be a very good one to watch. So we got a megaphone here. This thing could come back and hit the 200 this week. I'm going to set an alert just right above the 200 EMA. That's right here on this double bottom. Right there. Yeah, keep a good eye on Snow. Snow's had a real good breakout here during the Trump administration, and I think it can still have more of a breakout, just kind of consolidated. here in the past 3 days. So that's my 3-day rule. We hit the 200. I would have took this trade Friday. If I saw that. I would have. Definitely would have took this trade Friday. See if we can come back and do a double bottom and then bounce up and break out. Snow, that's definitely going to be on watch this week. That chart looks real good. Next, TJ Maxx. Now this is a Stephanie Link trade. She's pumping the shit out of this stock. She loves TJ Maxx. Let's go to the weekly. Personally, I've never been in one. So they don't mean nothing to me. Resistance to become bullish is right around 120.46. Support to stay bullish is going to be right around 114.68 to stay bullish. And then we could have us a double bottom down here right around 112 something, 112.17 to stay bullish. Now they're creating a Darvis box on the side so it could pull back, bounce up off the 9 and come back up. We do have a higher high, which we created last week. So, yeah, this is one I want to keep on watch. We got a megaphone pattern right here. A couple of them here. Let me see. I'm going to take this off. This is the weekly. So we got a little megaphone pattern here. We broke out Friday. Earnings coming out this week. If we break this resistance, we'll start to move higher and break out. This looks pretty good, but if we pull back, we could stay in the Darvis box and hold support right around 112.17 for a strong buy to go long. TJ Maxx. Gap, same thing. I don't know. I'm iffy about Gap. I don't shop there. I don't like their products. Merchandise kind of looks a little sleazy, so I don't buy their crap. I like to dress up and look nice. Right now I'm wearing a Hawaiian silk shirt. So I've got a Head and Shoulders right here. Same thing, got us a nice little flag. It's a really nice flag here. If it holds to 63, this could be a strong buy come this week on the gap. I'm going to go ahead and set an alert off that 63. That's on the weekly. In fact, I'm going to erase that and retype it in. I forgot to put weekly. Target, it's another good one. Now, I was very bearish on Target for about 2 years, year and a half. I still am. I don't like Target. I think their push in wokeism and the devil and that guy they put in there to sell all that devil stuff right at the main part of the store, selling swimsuits for women. I mean, men that are bikinis that have a place where you can hide your penis in the children's section. I think is just very disgusting. And so I don't shop there. And I can't stand Target. I can't stand it. So I personally won't invest in it. I might scalp it. We got its little flag here. I just don't even want to look at it. That's how much I can't stand Target. If you don't like something, don't trade it. So we got a resistance level to break at 27.63 on ZIM. This is a shipping stock. Trump cleans up house, stops all the wars. ZIM will be in the breakout mode and run it back up to 40, 50 bucks. So I'm very bullish on ZIM, but we got to kind of wait for Trump to get in office. But I think we're going to go ahead and start building support on this stock. This stock's going to be a great long into 2025. ZIM, it's a shipping stock. I really like this company a lot. Called this out under 20. We nailed it. It went up to 6. We broke the 200. Now we're at the final resistance level to break. We can go a little bit higher, right around a little under 30, 29.53. That'll be your next little spot right there. 29.53, and that'll be your hard resistance to start bringing it up and all the way up to 42.92 in 2025. Any kind of pullback to the 9 or the 63, I'd start going long in this trade. This is on the weekly time frame. Now, Lowe's is another good one for what's going to be coming up with the rebuilding. There's going to be a lot of expansion going on once Trump becomes president. Housing's going to be more affordable. Loans are going to go down. So I feel a good bump in real estate. He is a real estate artist. He knows how to make that stuff move. He's closing the borders, so we won't have to give all that money to them illegals to go buy them a house, which I think was really a bad thing to do because we have so many vets and people that are homeless. If you're going to start spending that kind of money, government, build a big old prison and put these homeless people in there and start taking care of them. That's it. We're getting you off the street. You're going to go to jail or you're going to clean up. You got two choices. Mental institution, or we're going to put you in housing and you're going to get you a job. If you're incapable to work, we're going to put you on welfare and we're going to stick you in this institution where you can take care of yourself and you don't pollute the streets. So I see Trump doing something with the homeless in the next 4 years to really start to clean up the streets. So Lowe's, I would be looking into Lowe's and Home Depot. Home Depot's better than Lowe's in my opinion. I've traded this though too. What am I doing here? I want to erase. Last week I was pulling up yearly candlesticks, showing people how to look at yearly candlesticks. So I'm going to show you something here that I discovered. We got a tweezer top right here. These are on yearly, all right? So you're going to put a price line right at that tweezer top. That there is going to be your solid support. I just need that one line to tell me to take this trade. So I'm going to set an alert right on top of this wick. So I typed in yearly candlesticks, and I'll know where that tweezer top come from. And that tweezer top is an indicator that we could pull back and hit the tweezer top and respect last year's these two resistance levels and keep going up to the upside and then have a double top at 287 if we pull back and hit that tweezer top right here. So yeah, my alert's set though for the wick because we could start to bounce up off that wick of that candle right there and be a strong buy. Now let's take this to the 1 hour just to have a little gander. Beautiful. See, this could be, oh, this is great. I mean, I'm going to put another alert down here on the shoulder line. There's a couple good spots in here. I'm going to put one right here. And this is lows. Let's see when these earnings come out. This could be important. Now, I saw it in here. There it is. Tuesday, pre-market. So they're definitely going to be watching lows. Wall Street will, because they're wanting this housing recovery to start. And if it doesn't recover, they're still going to buy stuff to rebuild with all the hurricanes we had this year. And people that don't want to sell their homes are going to start rebuilding a little bit and adding on. Because real estate really got out of hand here during the Biden regime. So Tuesday morning, let's stay above the 200, and we could run this back up and scalp this here trade to an inverse, to a head and shoulders. This thing could go ahead and break on out to a head and shoulder. Whoop, that ain't what I wanted. Well, that'll work too. So somewhere right around 272 is going to be resistance. If we support's going to definitely be right here off the 200 on the 1 hour time frame. So I'm going to put an alert right there because I think that's important to know. $200 SMA on hour. So I'll know what kind of alert that is. Yeah, definitely going to be watching low. I like low. It's a bull flag, and it's about ready to squeeze to the upside. We could have a double top on this shoulder line and get out of the trade. Has to break the 63 to be bullish. Really has to break this resistance right here. You'll have that right shoulder, that second right shoulder, and if that breaks, it'll run all the way up just under that 276. And there's another good one, PANW. We got a bull flag. We pulled back to the 200. Pretty good little pivot point area. I definitely keep this on watch Monday morning and see if that thing bounces up. Let's see what PANW. Their earnings are Wednesday after hours. Then we got Jack in the Box. I think that'll be a cute one to watch. Okay. So as long as we stay above 380, we're still bullish in this trade. As long as we stay above the 200, we're bullish in this trade. This is a bull flag. Definitely liking this spot right here for a support level. See if we don't start raising her up on Monday morning. That or she just pulls on back and has a good knife. I'm pretty solid about this support here. We could have this little fake out and then back up. So I'm going to keep it on watch. I'm not really too interested in trading it. And what the hell happened here? Oh, INTU earnings next week. Huge Trump breakout. Pulled back last week. We could definitely come back down here and hit this here top here for support. So I'm going to set an alert right off that wick. And we'll see how this goes. I'll be watching INTU. I don't trade it much, but it's definitely earnings this week. You got FUTU, China. This could be to the upside. Now, this is what I'm thinking. If we have a small correction in the States, we could go for that second round in China and have a little bitty bounce. And then once we had a good enough pullback in America, we could go ahead and run it back up. Now, I've heard 20%, I've heard 30% market correction from the top. But this one here is a double bottom, and this could start to move on up, and you'd find some resistance to break right around 92.73. 92.61. Definitely a hard resistance to break, but if it breaks it, it's a nice shot up here to this next resistance level, which is right about in there. Right to the 200 SMA. So I definitely keep FUTU on watch Monday morning. And the earnings on it, Thursday morning for Deere. There it is. Tuesday morning, 4 hours. For FU2U. FU2U. FU to you, man. John Deere. Definitely one to keep on watch. If we settle business in Ukraine and we stop the wars, we're going to probably be spending a little bit of money on CAT and on John Deere to start rebuilding their nations. It's already in the works. I see peace coming because we had peace during Trump for 4 years. No wars, no killing, no genocide. And I see it he's a no-war president. He's against the establishment. If he was still president of today, we would not be in these wars. Well, the way we left Afghanistan made America very weak. And from then on, the world's been in a total mess. Without strength, there is no peace. You don't have to be rude about it. Trump wasn't rude about it. That's what I liked about him. He got along with Rocket Man. He got along with Putin. So John Deere, definitely we're at a pivot point area. I'm going to call it right there, the pivot point. If that breaks, we could run it up to 402. If not, she'll pull back and kind of consolidate down here off this inverse head and shoulders. Right there. I'm going to put an alert right here off this here previous channel. See that channel right there? That's it. Support. Resistance to breaks right around 402 something. That's another pivot point. You got an inverse head, you got head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulder. So that'd be a right shoulder line. And it's also got a gap. So that's going to be a hard resistance to break, 402.07. If she decides to go ahead and break out, that's where I'd exit the trade. But I like John Deere. And we got Jack. Ooh, Jack's got a triple bottom down here. This is definitely a Monday watch. Let me see here. Jack. When's Jack coming out? Jack's coming out after hours on Wednesday. I'll definitely watch Jack. Jack looks real good. Real good. I really like this one here. I like the triple setup. Triple bottom. If this holds, I'll swing it. When they come out again? Wednesday after hours? Is that what I said? Yeah, Wednesday after hours. So I got 3 days to trade this. Man, I like this a lot. Oh, beautiful. This is really nice. You got snake, breakout, pulled back, double bottom, higher low, boom. Pivot points right in here. Right in here. But we're going to call it right here. Right here. No, right here. Right here. Right here. We got a yin yang. So yeah, somewhere around 47. So that's a $3 bounce. $3 bounce, $3.50, something like that. You'll find some congestion right up in here, so she'll probably consolidate here at the triple top and bounce off the triple bottom. I really like Jack. I want to really keep good eye. If this thing knifes, this could be an easy bounce back up to resistance. So definitely keep Jack on your watch. Hey, this is Brendan. Jack, get off my back. So that's it for the watch list. I've left this up long enough for you to go ahead and write them down and keep a good eye. Those are the ones I'm watching this week. Those are my favorite tickers that I'm watching this week that are on that watch list. And I'm going to do earnings trades this week. And I've got BABA also. I'm swinging BABA. Let's hope I do good with BABA. BABA had a real sharp sell-off here. We had 3 black crows. I jumped in this. I noticed the black crows on the hour, and I said, I'm jumping in this trade. I didn't jump into it until later in the day, but if I'd have saw this earlier in the day, I would have been all over this trade. You understand? I would have been all over this trade. This was, just a beautiful little correction. I would have, oh well. I didn't see it till too late. So we break out resistance right around 89.44 somewhere. And that'll bring this price up about 200%. And that's going to be BABA. I'll sell it if that thing pops. I've got to get out this week anyway. So I'll probably be out of this trade Monday. And that's it. Earnings. Earnings is fun. You got to be in the now. Earnings is the time where you got to pay attention to how the CEOs are talking and their guidance. Everybody, I don't know. Wall Street's, I think, 80% progressive liberals, maybe more. The CEOs, maybe more, probably a lot more. So you got to kind of think like them in a way. They want that government money to come in, so they're kind of disappointed that they got so much of it. I mean, the rich have got a lot richer during the Biden-Harris regime, and the poor got a lot poorer because there's no way you can eat inflation of 20 to 30% if you don't frickin' work. And then if you work, you're still stuck. Unless you're a government employee or a union member going on strike and asking for these outlandish cost increase. I mean, pay increases. No wonder. I mean, they're getting away with it. I'm not a union guy, so that's just the way that is. We got Shoe Carnival up this coming week. One to keep an eye on. But that's about it. Just keep a good eye on your favorite tickers. Write them down, study them, look for them sharp supports, and we'll catch you all later. This is the Sneaky Snake Trading Strategy, where I talk about chart patterns, moving averages, and being in the now. And write that watch list down and trade along with me. I'm live on YouTube. Got a lot going on in my life right now with business, and just a hard time to be in business. what I've had to deal with in the past 4 years. I mean, it took something that I love, being an entrepreneur and running businesses, and this is my second successful business that I've started up. But it's not been fun when the government makes it so hard for you to run a business. So I'm definitely thinking about doing something different, getting out of business and coming up with some other kind of scheme, another idea. Just retire maybe and go tour the world for a year in a yacht or something like that. We'll catch you all later. This is a Sneaky Snake trading strategy where I talk about chart patterns, moving averages, and being in the now. Let's clean up the country and make America great again. Have a great day.